Hello and welcome back, Better Balance for Life. Today what we're going to do is a visual reset. Now, generally when you're walking around and you're looking at things, you don't really get a grasp as to whether your eyesight needs a reset or not. So one of the things that I notice a lot when I'm teaching my classes is when people go to sit down, they'll look for their chair with their hands. Part of that is not because when you were young people kept pulling the chair out from under you. That's actually what I thought it was. But after further research and further learning, as we get older, where we think something is can sometimes be a little bit askew. So our visual perception can sometimes be a little bit off. And this simple thing that we're just about to do now will actually help reset that. And I know this works because I've seen the results and some of them are actually truly amazing. So what you will need for this is a partner. You will need a ball, a pen, and a little marker on a wall so that you can throw a ball at the wall. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just throw a ball backwards and forwards. So here is one that I prepared earlier, and we're just going to simply throw it backwards and forwards between the two of us. Backwards and forwards. Doesn't matter whether you catch two or one hand, doesn't matter. Just backwards and forwards, hand-eye coordination. Yep. Because if throwing and catching is not something you do regularly, how do you know how you're going to go? You don't. So it's actually something that we should do. Throwing a ball, bouncy ball against a wall is actually a really awesome thing to do. Keeps that hand-eye coordination going. And I think that's enough of that. Right, so just backwards and forwards, just a little, see how we go. Do we drop the ball? Don't we drop the ball? How did that feel? Fine. Yeah, ask your partner how that felt. And now what we're going to do, I'm actually going to check Hazel's eyesight. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'll go grab the pen and I'm going to check how Hazel's eyes are tracking. I'll grab all the bits and pieces that I need all at once and pop them over here. Right, so all you simply need, you need a pen, you need a ball, and you need a piece of paper with some letters drawn on it. I've probably got, I don't know, about 30 letters drawn on this piece of paper in 2 columns because we're going to get, as the reset, we need the person to actually be flicking their eyes over that. So you will need a piece of paper with some letters drawn on it. So if you haven't already done that, maybe pause me, go and set that up, go and grab your partner and we'll get started. Okay, so pen first. I'm going to slowly bring the pen in to Hazel's nose, right into the centre of Hazel's nose. And what we're looking at is the tracking of the eyes. Are the eyes coming in, because we're making our partner go cross-eyed here. So are the eyes coming in even or is one getting stuck just a little? All right, so pen's coming into Hazel. Hazel's focusing on the pen and she's going to let me know when she sees 2 of me. No? So I'm going to start to bring that back out again. And we're bringing it back in and Hazel's going to tell me where she sees 2 of me. No. And I'm going to bring that back out. So bring it back out when your partner tells you they're seeing 2 of you. And then in we come. Yep. Looking, well that's very interesting because you saw 2 of me quicker in each one. That's interesting. Okay, so we've thrown the ball, we've tested the eyes, we've looked at the tracking of the eyes. Now I'm going to give Hazel the ball. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit to face the wall just a little more. And Hazel is going to see how many times she can hit the little marker on the wall. So we've got, you probably can't really see it very clearly, but we've got a little sticky note on the wall with an X on it. And I'm going to get Hazel to throw the ball 15 times and we're going to see how many times she can get that ball on the thing. Oops, the daisy. And we're quite accurate with that ball. So what that's telling me is Hazel's accuracy of eyesight's pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good. Every now and again we're getting on the corner, but we're relatively accurate. So you're seeing how many times out of 15, we'll do 15, how many times do they get it this first round? Yeah? Righty-ho. We'll just do 2 more. I have to admit I wasn't really counting. I'm counting how many times Hazel gets it, which means I'm not that accurate on the 15th. That'll do. That'll do. You get the idea. All right. So now I'm going to get Hayes to... Oops, wrong way. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy. Now I'm going to do the actual reset. So I'm going to get Hazel to flick her eyes from left to right, left to right, left to right, top to bottom 3 times. We're not going to read them out. We're just flicking our eyes across it like you would speed read a book. So you're speed reading this piece of paper. I'm going to do that 3 times, and Hayes is going to let me know once she's done that 3 times. Like I said, just a handwritten sheet is fine with some big letters on it, or numbers, doesn't matter, just something to look at. Okay, so we're done. We've flicked our eyes across that 3 times, and now I'm going to get the pen and I'm going to look to see how the tracking of the eyes is going. Now, you may see, so what you may see as the person that's using the pen, you may actually see one eye get stuck. That's normal. That's actually normal. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong is what I mean by that. It's not normal, but there's nothing wrong with that. And I've seen, just by looking at that piece of paper, that fix an eye that just won't come in. Can you imagine what that's like when you're looking at things? Because you don't know this is happening, because you're just going about your daily business. You're not aware that there's maybe a little bit of an issue with that eyesight. So checking the tracking again and again. Hayes going to tell me when she sees the 2 of me. Yep. I'm going to come back out. I'm going to come back in. And we're going to come back out. Now tell me when you see 2 of the pen.
Pen. I never see 2 of the pen.
Never see 2 of the pen. No. Okay, some people will see 2 of the pen. That's fine. And out we come. And now that we've done the reset with the piece of paper, we're going to get the ball again. I'm going to see how accurate we are with the ball on the wall. So if your person was pretty accurate, because even if they just get the corner, that's counted as a touch. But what we're looking for here is a more accurate hand-eye hit on that wall. Now, the first time Hayes did this, we got a lot of corners. Now I can see we're getting right in the centre of that sticker. We're getting right in the centre of the sticker. I know I didn't move the camera, but that doesn't matter. You can't really see it anywho. So more accurate hand-eye coordination. Now, from a trip perspective, while Hazel's going through this, if you're walking along, and you've got maybe uneven paving, it's so important that your eyes actually have an accurate reading of what you're seeing from a trip perspective, So super important we do this just to make sure is everything as it should be. And I can see Hazel's shot is more accurate, way more accurate than what it was the first time. So just one more, Haze. Perfect. Okay, so another free, simple thing that you can do just to see, is your eyesight tracking fine? And if you haven't already done so, check out the vestibular reset that I've recorded as well, because if you do those 2 things, you know that you've done your best to make sure you're as balanced and stable as possible. Because the thing is, you don't want to be walking around with these things you're unaware of. If we can fix them for free. So you have a great day, and I'll see you in our next round of information.
I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Make sure you press that subscribe button on your screen so you don't miss a thing. I'll see you in our next session.